Hey, good morning, everybody. Tristan back again, or Tristan back for the first time. This is supposed to be like video number 4, but it's really not. I'm having a tough time stringing together these videos. It's a lot harder than it looks. But anyway, we're on our way to the lumber yard right now. I found a couple more products on Etsy last night as I was doing some research for the shop, and yeah, they're super simple to make, very easy, and I think it's going to be something that adds a little bit of variety, something that adds some flavor to the shop. So that's kind of the plan for today. I'll bring you back home to show you what I found, what I'm looking to make, and then yeah, we'll get into making them. I'll see you in a little bit. We're back. All right, so we got 16 feet of sapele. I didn't even know that was real, but it is. And then we got the same dimensions of everything in poplar just to have some variety. When we get back to the house, I'll show you a better look of the sapele. But yeah, no, all in all, they look really, really good. And it came out to $180 for 32 feet of lumber. So not too bad. Now we just got to make it back. So I will be back. We are on our way to Lowe's right now, or Home Depot, whichever one's closer. What's their motto?
I don't know.
Lowe's. We're better than Home Depot. I take back what I said. Lowe's is not better than Home Depot. I like Ryobi because they're cheap, and I don't think Lowe's carries Ryobi. We're just gonna walk in, pretend like we'll do another cut in front of Home Depot. All right, take 2. What's Home Depot's slogan?
I don't know.
We carry Ryobi tools. I'm like, you gotta be joking.
What?
Shit. Battery sold separately? Why? I put that shit on everything. So we got the 8 feet of poplar all processed. It'll make sense what these are for later. But yeah, here's the 8 feet. Now we got to do the sapele wood.
Go.
All right, so as you can see, we have 3 different lengths here: 10 inches, 12 inches, 14 inches. These are all going to get cut down to 5 1/4 inches, but we're making some risers. 3 different sizes on top. These are all the legs. Very simple build, super simple build. But yeah, that's what we just did out of this sapele wood. Now we're gonna do the same out of the poplar. Alrighty, so here's where we're at. We have everything cut out of the sapele wood and the poplar for the risers. You'll see everything right here. So these faces right on the bottom half are obviously the top portion that things are going to rest on, and these top pieces are the legs that support them. We're trying 2 different thicknesses. One's about 1.25 inches, one's about 1.5 inches. So we're gonna see which gets better attention. These pieces right here are going to be for wall planters. So I know it doesn't look like much now, but one of these are gonna get sawn in half, and they're gonna act as the 2 sides. We tried to cut one out of poplar on the miter saw. This was a bad idea. Obviously, this isn't a straight cut at all. They're really bad. When we get back home, we're gonna use the table saw to make these cuts. That's what it's meant for. That's what it's used for. That's what we're gonna do.
24 hours later.
Alrighty, good morning, welcome back. I know we left off yesterday chopping up the wood, getting everything processed, but we're back here today. I have my table saw set. We're gonna be using this new nail gun, brad nailer, that I got last night to put everything together. There are a couple of adjustments that we have to make, a couple things that have to get done in order for this to work. I'll explain to you what I'm talking about now. So this is the problem that I'm having. These pieces that we're using for the wall planters are 3.5 inches long. The sawtooth picture frame holders, the sawtooth hangers, whatever they're called, I can't find any at that 3.5 inch width. So pretty much this is what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be just taking off about 1 inch on each of these pieces just to make them down to that 2.5 width. And then we're gonna saw them down the middle and get everything assembled. We're also gonna be using this piece right here, which I haven't actually used yet, but it's just a right angle jig, or a corner jig, I believe they're called, just so we could keep everything aligned, keep everything, at a 90-degree angle. So I think it should make using the brad nailer a bunch easier, but let me get to cutting these and then I'll be back with you in a little. So here's where we're at. I just wanted to see if this would work prior, but this is the idea. So obviously we have this a piece attached. I just put some of this Titebond 3 on it. It is pretty fast setting. So I have it there. The piece is pretty much in place. But the reason why I put the Titebond on first before, or instead of nailing it first is because it's gonna kind of hold it in place. The clamp that I showed you a little earlier, it's too small to accommodate a corner of this size. So now that this is in place, I'm gonna try to get this in with the brad nailer. So hopefully this goes well. This is my first time using one. As you can see, we do have some squeeze out. That is actually not that big of an issue. Also, for the first time using the brad nailer, got to work on this. This one came out really well. That one's pretty flush, but I'm gonna just hammer these in. That didn't go all the way through, but this is pretty much the idea. So this is one side of the board. I have a bunch of these to make, so I'll come back to you once they're all done. All right, so here are the 2 12-inch versions. They're identical. One's just made out of poplar, the other one's sapele. Yep, both brad nailed and glued together. So like I was saying in that previous part of the video, on this top section, there's gonna be that, I believe it's called a sawtooth hanger. You know what they look like. They're on the back of any hanging picture frame, any hanging item really. That's gonna be screwed up here. So I will be back with you once the rest of these are all done. I just have 2 more. Pack these up and then we'll move on to the next item we're adding to the shop. Okay, so we're back now for the second project that we're gonna be putting on the shop very soon. It's called a riser. I didn't know what these were really. I thought it would be called like a centerpiece or something, but apparently they sell very well. They're very, rustic and, people like the look. So I'll go show you what I have. All right. So here's what we got. Poplar and sapele again. I just wanted to get the 2, contrasting tones of both, just to give the shop some more, variety and all of that. So now, a riser, as simple as this sounds, is this. That's it. It's like a wooden stool for, plants, vases, cakes, stuff like that. Pretty much what we're gonna be doing here is gonna make some markings on the actual bottom of these face plates. yeah, now we're gonna just put it together. I'm thinking coming in about a ½ inch from these two sides, and then about 1 inch in on both ends from these sides. And we're gonna just follow the same process that we did. Just give it some glue. I'll probably do 4 brad nails for each leg, and then we're gonna have to call it there. That's gonna be enough. So let me get these going, let me get these put together, and I'll show you a couple once I have everything marked out. So I know when we last spoke, I was working on the poplar. There's an issue. As you can see over here, the poplar is 1.5 inches thick versus 1.25 inches thick. These are 2-inch brad nails. It just did not want to go through them. So what we're gonna have to do with the poplar is just do a glue up. These aren't really gonna be bearing a lot of load. I really don't think it's gonna be an issue whatsoever. Might be a little annoying to sand now that it's glued. I probably should have sanded everything prior to assembly, but it's okay. We'll make it happen. But yeah, so we're gonna just end up gluing the poplars. So what I'll probably end up doing is assembling this, getting it all done. I'll do a sand job on it, and then I'll stain it up. This way you can at least see what this looks like as a final product. But the poplar is gonna take 4 days, and I do wanna get this video out. So let me assemble the rest of these, and then I will be back with you once we are ready.
24 hours later.
Alrighty, so today where we're at, everything is assembled. We have our wall planters back there. I have my risers all set. One of the poplar ones that you saw yesterday that we put to glue, that one's ready to get sanded. I just wanted to have one just so you could kind of see what things are gonna look like in the end. So that's the plan for today. That's what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna hit it with the sander, probably start around 80 grit, work my way up to 220. So yeah, I'll bring you along. Let's do it. So I know I made a couple more of these, but we have two pretty much variations, 2 sizes for both pieces, the poplar and the sapele. The reason why I'm gonna just stop at these 2 is because there are no orders for these products yet. It was more so just to add some variety to the actual shop. So pretty much we're gonna get these ready and prepped for staining. Then we're gonna get the product photos done. But for right now, I'm just gonna do what we absolutely need in the interest of saving time and getting this video out as fast as possible. Alrighty, my lack of forethought yesterday has now led me to hand sand the entire bottom of this. So pretty much, as you can see, the wood is very discolored. That's from the wood glue. My sander's too big to get in those spaces, so I'm just gonna have to take it out with my hand. So that's pretty much what's going on now. What was that?
I think a squirrel just fell out of the sky.
All right, so here we are. Everything is all sanded up. We did it up to 220 grit. Everything's smooth to the touch, pretty much ready to go for the stain. Right now, I'm just probably debating between either a beeswax or just a poly coat, clear coat. Either or is gonna work just fine. Again, these aren't gonna get much wear and tear. They're more of a visual piece than anything. But we do have the sapele, and then we also do have the poplar. And again, I think just these 2 colors contrast very well with each other. So, seeing them together, seeing them in a bundle, stuff like that, I think could do really well. And then, yeah, also we were able to finish all of these, which I'm pretty sure I told you, but just in case I didn't. Again, we just did 2 of each size, just for product photo purposes. So I think the next time I'll be here, the other 2 of the poplar will be done. Everything will be stained, and I think we'll be putting either these up in the room or somewhere in the house. But you'll see what we're doing, you'll see what we want to do. You'll definitely be back for the product pictures. So I'll just check you guys out then. Alrighty, so I just finished applying the finish, and this sapele wood is actually really beautiful. I don't know if you could pick it up on the camera. Cameraman, can you pick it up on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so sapele wood came out good. Everything's drying now, so just gonna let it sit for a couple hours. Hopefully by tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, we could get the product pictures going. And then also I want to show you the jigsaw teeth holder, hanger, whatever the hell they're called. We're gonna cut to that now. Yeah, so that's that. Everything's drying. We will be back later. Alright, no, so if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. All of the links below will take you directly to the Etsy shop. I'm going to have the products that I have. Down below, I have the Etsy shop linked. It's going to have all of my previous work. It's going to have the new products that you just saw me taking pictures of. So even if you just want to check them out, look at them, mesmerize on them. Even if you want to just take a look at them, let me know what you think in the comments, or if you like them enough, you might want to buy one. So thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.